Hello, class. I'm Hunter Murray, and my teammates are Connor McCauley and Elizabeth Mella. And today we're going to be presenting our strategic analysis of the Nissan Motor Corporation. Um, Today we'll cover Nissan's current strategy, key insights from our internal and external analysis, as well as some major strategic concerns that we found. And then lastly, at the end of this presentation, we'll go over 2 recommendations that we think can help the company moving forward. So currently the strategy of Nissan currently follows a hybrid strategy that combines elements of cost leadership and then differentiation. So these both of those. And on one hand, Nissan focuses on cost efficiency by producing affordable vehicles and maintaining global manufacturing. But on the other hand, they use different companies. They differentiate themselves through innovation, and why they're doing that right now is with electric vehicles. So one example would be the Nissan Leaf, which is one of the first mass market electric vehicles on the market. And in chapters 5 and through 8, we found that Nissan's approach reflects a business level strategy that attempts to balance low cost with product uniqueness. The company also engages in strategic alliances, most notably with Renault and Mitsubishi, to share technology and reduce costs. And this is kind of a commonplace in the car industry. You see lots of companies that do stuff like this, like Toyota and Lexus, and other companies, for example, that work together like that. Overall, Nissan's strategy is centered around delivering affordable innovation while maintaining a global presence across multiple market segments.
My name is Connor, and I'm going to be covering the SWOT analysis. After conducting a full analysis using macro forces, Porter's 5 forces, value chain analysis, and financial ratios, we summarize our findings into a SWOT analysis. First, the strengths. First, Nissan has strong global brand recognition and a wide international distribution network. Second, the company has early experience in electric vehicle technology, giving it a foundation in the growing EV market. The weaknesses. One major weakness is a declining profitability and inconsistent financial performance compared to its competitors. Another weakness is a weaker brand perception compared to rivals like Toyota Motor Corporation and Honda Motor Corporation. For the opportunities of this, in terms of opportunities, the global shift toward electric vehicles presents significant growth potential. Additionally, expanding into emerging markets, allowing Nissan to capture new customer bases and increase sales volume. When we look at some of the threats, some of the key threats include intense competition in the automotive industry, especially firm companies like Tesla. There are also external threats such as supply chain disruptions, rising raw material costs, and increasing government regulations related to emissions. These points reflect both the competitive pressures identified in Porter's 5 forces and broader macroeconomic trends impacting the industry.
Based on our SWOT analysis, we identified 3 strategic concerns that Nissan must address moving forward. First, Nissan is falling behind competitors in the electric vehicle market despite being an early innovator. While the company had a strong start with the Nissan Leaf, competitors like Tesla and other major automakers have advanced much more quickly in terms of technology, performance, and overall consumer appeal. As the global market continues to shift toward electric vehicles, this gap puts Nissan at a disadvantage and threatens its ability to compete in the future. Second, Nissan struggles with brand perception and lacks a strong identity compared to key competitors such as Toyota and Honda. While those brands are often associated with reliability and innovation, Nissan's image is less clearly defined. This makes it harder for the company to build customer loyalty and stand out in a crowded market, especially when consumers are choosing between multiple well-established brands. Third, declining profitability and cost inefficiencies are limiting Nissan's ability to invest in future growth. Lower profits and higher costs reduce the company's flexibility to spend on important areas like research and development, new technologies, and innovation. This becomes a major issue when competing in an industry that is rapidly evolving and requires a constant investment. Overall, these concerns are critical because they directly impact Nissan's long-term competitiveness and market position. If these issues are not addressed, the company risks falling behind its competitors in both innovation and market share. Now, if we're going to sum up this part of our presentation, addressing these challenges will be essential for Nissan to stay relevant in a rapidly changing industry and to position itself for long-term success moving forward.
So our first recommendation is a traditional strategy focused on strengthening Nissan's position in the electric vehicle market. We recommend that Nissan increases investment in the EV development while improving cost efficiency through its alliance with Mitsubishi and Renault. That aligns with a differentiation strategy combined with cost leadership, also while allowing Nissan to produce affordable yet technological advanced vehicles to stay ahead of the curve and be at the forefront of the market. Operationally, this would involve them expanding their EV production capacity and accelerating their new model releases, so coming out with products quicker so that the consumer doesn't have to wait as long for new products. Leveraging shared platforms and technology with the alliance to share reduced costs, and then improving battery technology through strategic partnerships or in-house development. The recommendation directly addresses Nissan's lag in EV competition. They're kind of falling behind right now, while positioning the company for long-term growth in a rapidly expanding market. Our second recommendation is a moonshot strategy with higher risk but significant potential for rewards. We propose that Nissan reposition itself as a leader in smart mobility by heavily investing in autonomous driving technology and mobility services. Rather than focusing only on selling vehicles, Nissan could expand its subscription-based transportation services and autonomous vehicle fleets. Something like this would include invest in AI and autonomous driving equipment, partnering with technology firms to accelerate innovation, and then pilot autonomous ride-sharing services in major cities, which we already see is taking place with other companies. If successful, it could allow Nissan to move beyond traditional car manufacturing and become a leader in the future of transportation if they became a true Swiss Army knife. This recommendation addresses Nikon's weak brand differentiation while creating a new high-growth revenue stream. So in conclusion, Nissan has a strong global presence and early innovation in electric vehicles, but faces strategic challenges that are significant. Through our analysis, we identified key concerns related to competition, brand positioning, and profitability. Our recommendations not only address these issues, but also position Nissan for future success through both practical improvements and bold innovation. Thank you all for our time.